How does ketamine work in the brain? I'm Dr. Suegee, and I'm the medical director at Liminal Medicine. And a lot of people have this question, and it's kind of a tough answer. The brain is pretty complex, and the actual answer is we do not really know, but we have a lot of theories. So let's look at one of those theories. Okay, so this is what we call, this is kind of representation of a neuron in the brain. It could be any place else in the central nervous system, which means the brain or the spinal cord. So here we have what's called the synapse, which is the gap between the two cells that are going to be talking to each other to cause a reaction or to cause something to happen. So this is it's called the presynaptic cell because it's above the synapse, or it's before the synapse, I guess I should say. And this is the post-synaptic cell. This over here is called an inhibitory neuron. So a lot of these cells in our brain have extra neurons that go in and like slow stuff down or speed stuff up. So in this case, we're looking at an inhibitory neuron. And so this neuron here, presynaptic neuron, is going to be releasing glutamate to these glutamate receptors down here. Glutamate's one of the most popular signaling molecules in the brain. And so now we're going to look over here. So here we go. Here's the ketamine. So the ketamine is coming in, and it's actually on this NMDA receptor here, which is one of the signaling receptors for the inhibitory neuron. And so it's stopping the inhibition, it's closing down the inhibition of the inhibitory neuron, which means it's not slowing down the release of glutamate over here. And so after you get the ketamine, this can't slow this down. And so this presynaptic neuron just starts like dumping all of its glutamate out into the synapse, which is causing all these reactions to happen in the postsynaptic neuron with all these glutamate receptors. And that causes the neuroplasticity and the growth of new neurons. So there you go. This is what we think happens when ketamine crosses the blood-brain barrier and causes all these changes that eventually lead to reduction in depression and the ability to change your mind in many different ways. If you have more questions, follow us on YouTube as well as on our other social media, and keep watching. Take care. Bye.